when you're selling something, you're always selling yourself. So they're buying a part of you, and if they remember the experience, they'll come back again.
Yeah.
So, it always goes like to paying attention, listening. That's what he said, tells me a lot. You got to listen. So it's all about listening. And if you're listening, then you're hearing what they want. And this is that easy.
Yeah.
And if you're listening to them, and then you can respond better. So
yeah.
if you're listening to them, paying attention, he's wearing the Eagles jersey. Oh, you watched the game last night?
Yeah.
It can be simple as that. The shoes, you're just paying attention to your customers, not just selling.
Welcome back to the Lead Lamp Podcast. I have Aweis and Josue from Sway's Pedal Treats in Harrisburg. You guys are all over, though, I think.
Yeah,
so you don't really have a location.
Yeah.
You're kind of just popping up
being mobile
everywhere. Yes,
right.
That's the nice part about being mobile. So Sway's Pedal Treats, we're going to get a little bit of a backstory on that. But before we do that, let's just jump into what you guys are doing in the area, how you kind of got started, and how what got you to be here today, basically.
Sure. Do you want to give them just kind of
you want to kick it off?
The gas stations and your family? And
Sure. So, I wasn't born here. I was born in Pakistan, and I came here in the early 2000s with my family. Me and my 3 other brothers. My dad was already here since 93.
Okay.
So, yeah, we came in 2002. My dad is a gas station owner. That's the only business he has been in for his whole life. And I come from a family of just farmers from back home.
Okay.
Somehow made it here.
Yeah.
And now, but I grew up here. So since like 8 years old, I've been here.
Okay.
Lived in Philly, then moved to Harrisburg, sophomore year of high school.
Gotcha.
Met Josue, I think 2012, 2011.
Okay. In high school?
No, I was in high school, but we met. But
okay.
Long story.
Okay.
But yeah, ever since then, that's just pretty much the background. Just been here since then, working here in Harrisburg, PA. Been here almost all my life.
Right.
I've seen the city grow from culture to culture.
Yeah.
Seen businesses grow since businesses collapsed.
Yeah. Well, and even like watching your dad
Yeah.
run his own business.
Yes. He owned a gas station on 6th and McClay, Harrisburg, and now he has one in Stilton, PA.
2 of them?
He sold the one.
He sold one.
Yeah.
But even, I mean, watching you're growing up in a family where you're running a business. That's what's sustaining your family. But then he's also making sure that stays afloat.
And it was nice seeing him do it as someone that spoke English as a second language. He learned the language.
Okay.
So in order to like seeing him accomplish it is definitely motivation for someone like me that understands the culture better.
Yeah.
And sees, you know what I mean by that.
Right.
So,
but I mean, even as a young age, like watching a family member, not just work, but like build and run his own business, that probably instilled a little bit of work ethic in you. Or like,
absolutely.
Right, I know what to do.
Absolutely.
We can make this work.
Absolutely.
That's awesome. That's a lesson that's hard to teach someone too.
Yeah.
Like, you got to be part of it.
Yes.
So.
And that's more for parents that include their kids into the business. Some parents don't include them. Some parents do include. So it depends on the parents. They want to teach their kids those values early. Some parents just spoil their kids by giving them everything they want.
Yeah. Then they don't know how to work for
They don't know how to work for something. So, yeah.
But so let's go over here and learn a little bit of Josue's story.
Yeah.
A little bit of your background.
I've known, so background, I grew up in restaurants. I'm first generation. My mom and dad are from El Salvador.
Okay.
So I grew up in like the restaurant world. My mom used to be, a prep lady and the lady who would clean the restaurant before she started the prep. So, I grew up in restaurants. I fell in love with the restaurant world ever since a young age. My first restaurant out in Central PA was Chili's on the West Shore, right by where Wegmans is. Fell in love with that restaurant world. And then my first serving job was El Sol Mexican restaurant. And then I was able to kind of just really work my way up in the restaurant scene when the restaurant scene was strong in downtown Harrisburg. When level 2 was packed, Cafe Fresco. So I was general manager at El Sol. And then I got the opportunity to be a special events manager at the Firehouse restaurants. So I was able to see, the crowd that was going to a restaurant in the downtown, from the politicians and the longtime people that were going there for 20 years, So, I learned how to do special events, and then I got, I'm trying to make this story
No,
short.
it's good.
And then I got an opportunity to open up Cork and Fork, which is also who my mentor was, rest in peace, Nick Lausch, who was the owner of Home 231, Burger Yum, Cafe Fresco, Level 2, Philly Steaks and Hoagies. So he gave me the opportunity to be part of that project. It was just a parking lot, so I was in charge of, being part of the menu development, the menu engineering, the hiring, dealing with the electricians, and just seeing really how to start a restaurant, I guess, that was in front of a Capitol building.
From the ground up.
From the ground up.
Yeah.
It was a great learning experience. And he was the type of person who put me in positions that I thought he would be by my side, but he purposely did that so I would learn. Health inspectors coming today. Okay, I'll be there. Never showed up, or just planned something else. But I think it was his way of, showing me, hey, this is how you're going to learn.
Yeah.
And I really learned that so much from him, from coming into a restaurant and making sure that all the tables on the corners are really angled straight. So when you walk in, it doesn't look, ununiform.
Right.
So, he just really taught me the little things that really matter in a restaurant, from the hospitality aspect of it, and
small details all the way up
details.
to operations.
And also giving Harrisburg something that we lack, which is always other city, like stuff that other cities have. I've always called Harrisburg the city that never wakes up. And there's people that are really just trying to make this a cool city and then offer things like Cafe Fresco, Level 2, and Home 231. And we've lost that a little bit. There's, it's a struggle in the restaurant scene right now, just in general, of what's like how it's changed with state workers and after COVID. So, I got that opportunity. Then after Cork and Fork, I went to the Hilton. I wanted to see hospitality at a bigger scale. And the Hilton is one of those companies where you are going to see, fine dining, high-end, clients and, weddings and just so much more. So I really just wanted to learn that. And I did. Before that, in between Cork and Fork, I owned a restaurant called Mom's Tamales.
Okay.
It was called Midtown Tavern across the Midtown Theater.
Okay, yeah.
Mom's Tamales and Pupusas. That failed. I was young. I was 26, 27. Yeah, I didn't know what I was doing at the time. I didn't realize that in order to be successful in the restaurant business, there's formulas that you have to follow. And if you don't follow those formulas, it's just guaranteed you're going to fail. And I learned that, working in the Hilton and just learning that there's systems in place because they're successful.
Would you say, and I don't mean to interrupt there, but would you say that even though it probably sucked at the time where you're like, you said, you owned it and it failed, but at a young age, would you say that set you up better in the long run, even though that probably wasn't a great time at the moment? Like now, would you look back at that and be like, yeah, I learned a lot of things I shouldn't do and things that maybe I should do now?
For sure. Yeah. It definitely let me know you have to be really disciplined if you're going to own your own business. There's you have to do a lot of sacrifices. And I don't think I was ready to make those sacrifices at the time. So, fast forward, I guess, I've always wanted to be an entrepreneur. I've always wanted to just own my own business and be able to offer something to people that they don't have. I own a vending machine company called Bespoke Vending. And I won this competition through M&T Bank and Harrisburg University. It was like a Shark Tank pitch, and they funded you money to help your company. You had to do a pitch in front of these, some Chamber of Commerce for M&T Bank and all these, really important people, I would say.
Like a board.
Yeah, and it was a 6-week intensive program where they pretty much showed you how to get loans, marketing, how to do a pitch to banks for investors. It was a really, really great opportunity. I got to meet Matt Moyer, who is the guy from Channel 5 Ratchet News.
Yeah.
Great guy.
He's all over. Somehow he's also like everywhere at the same time.
Yeah.
I see him everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, so, yeah, I one of my employees found the lost dog, and he called the restaurant to be like, "Hey, this is Matt Moyer from Channel Rock. Heard you found a lost dog," and I was like, "Oh, yeah, Matt, what's up?" But yeah, so that was back in 2023. That M&T. So Bespoke is when I got back into just being. I want to start my own thing. So start the vending company, and then. With the vending machine company and a vending machine company in general, the only way that you're going to be successful in it is if you scale it, and you got to build a route. So you have to have, at least 10 machines that you have a route, and it's pretty consistent. You can't just have 2 or 3. I think a lot of people don't realize that a vending machine costs $5,000 to $7,000, brand new. Yeah. So you got to wait.
Plus maintenance, plus your...
Yeah, it costs a lot. But you have to, buy it first, and then eventually it just naturally comes. Because there's a bunch of people who have 50 machines, 40 machines, and are making, good money just with a vending machine company. Right. But they took time to build the route and build the clients. Yeah. I started looking at, so my Bespoke Vending was a company that offers exotic snacks from around the world. So I started doing sodas from Thailand, from Egypt.
Not your normal.
Not your normal. The idea was to bring a vending machine, which my artist, Stephen Michael Haas, he does all my branding. He's done the mural at Nito Burrito.
Oh, nice.
He did the 5G network pole in front of the Susquehanna Museum on 3rd Street.
So just your vending machines stand out too.
They stand out,
the old black squares.
No, they're super artistic. They're meant for you to stop and kind of feel nostalgic, interact with another person who can relate to a Faygo soda from Michigan. That's I kind of took the idea of a restaurant, but inside a vending machine.
Nice.
That's the menu. You look at the menu, you see what's enticing, and you get it. So I still have the vending machine company, but I just started thinking of what is something that Harrisburg doesn't have. I've been to New York, been to Denver. We used to work for this knife company, so we got to travel a lot. And there's places that have ice cream guys out on the street. Harrisburg doesn't have that. And I was like, I'm just going to do that. And I'm going to figure out how I can just post up in different places. Because it's not about, you don't ride it. It's more of the Sway's Pedal Treats the idea is to collab with other brands and sell it out of the ice cream bike.
Got it.
So it can be ice cream. It doesn't have to be ice cream pop or ice cream sandwiches. It could be cake pops. It could be sodas. It could be it could be any kind of treats, but there'll be Sway's Pedal Treats with the collabs that we do. So yeah, the ice cream bike business started. That was launched, and it took a little bit just to kind of figure out what the main goal was going to be for it. And I think first was finding who we're going to partner up with, because we weren't going to make the ice cream. So Urban Churn kind of popped in my head because I have a good relationship with the person who makes the ice cream. His name is Devin. Met him through the Hilton. So we did that, and he started making custom flavors.
Just for
Sway's Pedal Treats. Okay. And then I also partnered up with Anna Bakery on 2nd Street. Yeah. For my cookies.
Okay.
Just a way to get their brand out, Sway's Pedal Treats. That's fairly new. I'll be honest with you. I didn't really do as many events as I wanted to this past summer. This summer coming up is when we're going to be launching HFB, which is going to be halal fusion bites.
Okay.
It's going to be South Asian Mexican fusion.
That's a brick and mortar.
It's going to be a food truck.
It's a food truck. Okay.
It's going to be at his dad's gas station.
Okay.
In Steelton.
Nice.
So that ice cream bike will be parked up by it as a little sister of the company. And that's going to get launched probably here within the next month. And that's really going to be our focus right now, is going to be halal fusion bites. It's just going to be traditional samosas with birria inside of them.
And you're going to do bikes and food truck.
Yeah. So
nice.
Eventually, once Sway's Pedal Treats grows, is to have a fleet and then put them out to music festivals, weddings. Because you can rent the bike, you can have it for your birthday party.
You could have one bike, or if you have a big event, you could have a whole bunch.
Yeah, and everything's off dry ice. So you buy dry ice that lasts anywhere from 2 to 5 hours, depending on how long your event is.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty much the story. We're excited about Halal Fusion Bites and just growing the company. So to Aweis is he's like my right-hand man.
Right.
I've known him, like I said, since 2011, 2012. I met him through level 2.
Okay. You were working there at the time.
He was the bartender and I was his bar back.
Okay.
Yeah. He was 18 and so I was 23.
Yeah.
So that's our age difference. 5
Gotcha.
years? Yeah.
5 years.
5 years.
At the time was bigger, but now it's not as big.
Now it's,
You're
now
just like, it's just,
I'm
Now it
37
don't matter
now.
we're all
anymore.
aging. Yeah. No, but so then how did he drag you into this as well? Because obviously you have a longer history. You've known each other for quite some time.
I personally don't have no experience in the food industry at all.
Okay.
The closest thing to food, I would say I worked at Burger Yum.
Okay.
The other owner of Burger Yum, other than Nick Laushu, he spoke, rest in peace, Milan, he hired me to work there, and that's the only experience I have.
Okay.
But we always had the concept because our cultures almost present the same food.
Okay.
Same flavors, so they complement each other.
It's
really.
like the same core ingredients. Okay.
And because I've had Latin food like throughout my life, and the concept is pretty much the same. That's it. So we have always talked about it, since 2015.
Yeah.
Our crazier concept was to bring, because in Pakistan the trucks are wild there.
Are they?
Yeah, if you ever look at like what a Pakistani truck looks like
a food truck?
No, just a regular
any
truck, man. They have so much art.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
You won't see a lot of just plain white trucks.
No.
Our
It's
food truck's
so
gonna be
much
great. It's a 20-foot trailer.
Okay.
It's not a food truck because of food
It's
truck.
an enclosed trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
it's a full. It ready for
Nice.
the whole
50,000
concept was that
festival.
truck was ever here.
Okay.
As a food truck, that would be insane.
Yeah.
But the hard part is shipping that over here. So, that obviously, maybe in the future.
Down the road.
That
could be a goal.
That can be a goal.
Yes.
But that's where the seed was planted, I guess.
That's the inspiration from it, though.
This was a long time ago.
Yeah.
This was like 2016, 15.
Okay.
So, our friendship continued. We continue to support each other throughout our life. Ups and downs, didn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
He got me into boxing. I'm 4-1 right now as
Nice.
an amateur boxer, but he got me into boxing 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's a boxing coach.
I coach on the side as well. But,
I think that's a whole nother interview, too, because that's like...
Oh, one day we're going to open a boxing gym.
Yeah.
Okay.
One day, yeah.
So, from there, I had a son in the past last year. And then ever since I had my son, my life thinking changed, I guess. My priorities changed. And then our idea that, the seed that was planted like 10 years ago. We started thinking about it more and more. And then
honestly, I knew when he had his son, he was like, I always knew we were going to do something as business partners. He didn't have his kid yet. But I knew once he had his son, he was going to be like, it's go time. And, ever since, Shazib was born, it's been kind of go time with this idea that we've had. And we just got our generator installed and we're just waiting for the...
And the coolest thing, the newest thing I feel like the city Harrisburg doesn't have is a fusion concepts.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, you have like, Italian restaurants, you will have a Mexican restaurant, you'll have all these different culture restaurant, but you don't have two cultures combining.
Right.
And trying to bring it as one.
And do you see that in other bigger cities, like other bigger metro areas?
Honestly, we've heard about it because we thought it was our original idea. So because of that, this is back in the days, we started already like kind of looking, but we never thought that, how soon or how far we'll be doing this. But no, we didn't like really think, we're going to take their idea. We just thought it would be so cool to combine our culture because, again, like, I know Josue's family, Josue knows my family. He see how my mom works in the house and I know how his mom works in the house.
Yeah, you guys basically grew up together,
Like same concept. So like, our original goal was to shout out to our moms, like, for, creating these recipes, like, giving us this.
But, like, it also comes from bringing like these authentic flavors together, like, so, like I said, she's not my wife, but she's pretty much my wife. We're not married technically yet, but she owns El Sol in downtown Harrisburg.
Oh yeah.
And
that's a good spot too.
Yeah. So full circle, like I said earlier in the podcast, I used to be a server and now I'd say a silent restaurant operator there because the restaurant's been there for 18 years. So it kind of really runs itself. But, I have strong relationships with, Gloria, who's a 60-year-old plus lady who makes all the salsas. And I've learned a lot running that restaurant from behind the scenes and delegating and just kind of, you know, she got back into the role of running the restaurant, but she's a full-time therapist. So I jumped into just kind of helping her out.
Filling.
Just kind of running the restaurant, you know, delegating to the chefs and delegating to the front of the house and have great staff. Shout out to her though, because she's the one who kind of really always supports me in all these ventures that I do. And just kind of excited to kind of offer Harrisburg something city.
Yeah.
The most thing I'm excited about this project is that with the whole concept, we're going to be doing all of our marketing with short films.
Okay.
So we're really going to be like hearing people's stories through food and just do little short films through all of our posts and all of our ads and just kind of get really involved with different people and make it that cinematic feel. And just going to be a little bit more involved with that and trying to be, Harrisburg doesn't have like a viral food truck.
Right.
There's nothing really viral in Harrisburg. I've always wanted to bring something viral to the city. And I think this is going to be a good opportunity to do that.
Yeah.
Especially also too, because it's going to look cool as fuck with the artwork that we're going to have from Stephen Michael Haas. All the Sway's pedal treats, they have characters. Eventually we'll get into doing like character, like cartoons.
Okay.
Because he's a cartoonist as well.
Nice.
So we have a samosa and a quesadilla already developed for Halal Fusion Bites. So yeah, we're just excited to really be showing that side of it as well, along with the food. But the food kind of naturally comes already because I've been involved in it so much.
Right. Now you're just working on like the brand.
The brand, yeah. And, we worked for a knife company and, we did shows in Vegas, Denver, Houston, South Carolina, and we got to see what it was to be part of big shows, which is the same thing with the food. You try to get into big festivals.
Right.
Try to get into a festival. In Bethlehem, there's music festival. There's 1.5 million people that go in. Those are the type of festivals you try to get into.
Yeah, that whole week you're going to be in front of
you
hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people.
Because we were doing these shows. I don't know if you ever heard of the like farm show. We did the farm show. So many people.
Yeah.
So we're so used to like dealing with masses.
Right.
So it's not something that's going to feel us
now,
like.
When you're going to an event, this is like a logistics question too. When you go to an event, you have your bike there. Like at the farm show, did you have the bikes positioned there or were you like a truck?
He's talking about when we did knife shows.
Knife shows.
I'm sorry, knife shows. Okay. We were getting mixed up.
But the bike fits in. The great thing about the bike is it fits in buildings. You can bring it inside anywhere.
And you can keep stock out in a trailer.
Yeah.
Run it back into refill.
I have it. It fits in my Ford little Transit.
Oh, yeah.
It fits right in there.
But now when you have a fleet of them though.
That'll be a different story.
Yeah.
That will have
bigger problems, but you got a bigger fleet.
More money, more problems is a real thing.
Thing.
And Nick Laus said always that less is more, and that's a real thing.
Right.
You can I tell staff a lot of this. You don't need to have a bunch of tables. You just need a few tables that you can really concentrate on, give them like the best service, rather than run around with
Right. You can wow more people. You can increase the wow factor if you concentrate on a smaller audience.
Yeah. So that's why, he keeps saying, hopefully after this we'll do a brick and mortar. And it's like, no brick and mortar. Because food trucks, you're able to just be more in control of your calendar, which is the most important thing, right? It's not being married to your business. Because then I feel like when you're married to it, you just don't really let it grow. You're just like that. So,
yeah. I mean, and it's different. It's, you have different priorities.
Yeah.
If you're going to just stick to food trucks, I mean, you can still scale, but you're not confined to real estate.
Right.
But then there's also advantages and disadvantages to both. Real estate, you have hopefully a premier location, you have a sign on a busy street, whatever. But there's pros and cons to both. Obviously, one, you're not tied down to a location then.
Yeah. Well, the location, we got lucky because my dad has a gas station.
Perfect. Yeah.
So he's just,
Well, you can leave the trailer park there and work right out of that. Yeah.
So that's, But
I meant for a brick and mortar.
Right.
Like if you had like a shop that you had, or you opened a restaurant, that's a way different scenario because you're tied to a location. You got to make that location work for a period of time.
Yeah.
And you're dependent, especially in Harrisburg, which you kind of talked about, like it has changed so much for good and for bad over the last couple decades where it's busy and then it's not the hot spot and then it's the hot spot again. And it's just a matter of like did you hit it at the right time? Or were you there when there was a big swell of people going back into town?
Yeah.
So you kind of mentioned that earlier, how it was like, it was hot. There was a big wave of, everyone's going downtown to eat, and then it kind of slowed down a little bit. It probably slowed down somewhat recently, last few years, because like you said, there's less state workers in town now even. So that probably took a big hit to the restaurant industry down there too. But
Absolutely.
it'll come back.
Yeah.
It's just when they decide to throw more into it, you got to be there and ready for it.
I think they say the state workers are going to come back, and I think I think if the lunch crowd comes back to the restaurant scene, it will be helpful for all the restaurants down there.
Yeah. So we talked about this with a couple other guests, but I think you'll probably understand it more too. My family used to have a restaurant in Strawberry Square.
Okay.
When you walk across that little bridge between the Hilton
the arcade. I had a vending machine in that overpass.
Right on the right-hand side. Like as soon as you walked in on the right, we had a restaurant there. And it was the lunch crowd that kept us alive for years.
Yeah, that's lost.
I mean, it was a rush for like 2 or 3 hours. And then you'd have a little bit of like evening takeout crowd.
Yeah.
For like people going home or whatever.
We're talking 700 people a week that are no longer there.
Yeah, minimum. Yeah.
That's minimum. Yeah. I don't want to do the math on it because it's scary.
It's probably a lot more.
It's a lot more. Yeah. I'm just talking about a slow restaurant would be probably something. But yeah, it's crazy how it's declined. So I think for a restaurant to survive, you had to constantly be trying to build relationships. Like we became, for El Sol, we became a vendor with the capital.
Yeah.
A vendor with King's Mansion. So just kind of trying to put yourself out there with the catering and trying to just sustain that, because if you don't, the downtown right now is a little.
You're saying King's Mansion over in Harrisburg? Okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking down by my way, there's a King's Gap State Park. They have a mansion on top of the hill.
Okay.
You're down that way too?
Yeah.
Never mind.
King's Mansion. So
okay. Nice. So let's talk about your partnerships too with Urban Churn and the bakery and all those other, like, what do you have, if you can talk about it, if you haven't planned or you can talk about it, like, let's talk about anything new you have coming. I know we talked about a lot too with the truck coming and.
Yeah. I think so.
Was Urban Churn excited when you guys went to them? We were like, we want to do this. Like,
yeah, they love the concept of it. I brought them into El Sol as well. Like it was a good way for them to just get exposure from both parties.
And they're getting more product out to other places too.
Yeah.
Without opening up more stores.
We got permission to be in front of the True Value on 2nd Street.
Oh yeah.
For the summer. And I'll be honest with you, hearing from the owner to be careful, like in a way that felt like, hey, be careful, kind of made me just take a step back. And I was like, I don't really know if I want to just deal with that right now and just maybe just focus on just getting the brand out there and shooting videos and content, and then just, reaching out, because the whole bike is meant to be at weddings. That's what we want to do with the bike, is to be part of your memory, like your special event.
Weddings or smaller events.
Or smaller events. Yeah. So, we've done a couple of shows, the Manor on the Hill, which is in Mechanicsburg. We did like a showcase. We brought the bike, and, we got some people who were interested in it. Event. Boxing fight. We brought it to there inside the gym.
Yeah. Cool. It's always a hit. Yeah.
So, it's one of those things in the summer, it's going to grow because it's going to be out with the food.
And it's seasonal.
Yeah, it's seasonal.
You're not taking it out in December. Maybe you are.
You can.
Well, he was busy at
true, it's not always ice cream.
Yeah.
He was busy with the fight, but I was watching because last time the bike was at the event, the kids, there's a lot of kids there and they loved it. Man, they were like lining up. They kept coming back.
No, it's a hit. The ice cream sandwiches I had churro ice cream sandwich. Tres leches.
Oh yeah.
Peanut butter cup. With like sugar cookies.
Yeah.
And, it's gonna grow to a point though where you just book events, and that's what we want. It's just like, hey, we have to put the bike out here and put the bike out there.
Yeah. Then it's just travel and getting your product out there.
Yeah, and honestly, a lot of what I do also, it all comes back to like showing other like first generation kids and people like that you can just start a business if you have an idea, just start it. So a business like bike business isn't an expensive business to start.
Low overhead.
Low overhead. and if you find a partnership, there you can buy at wholesale,
and chances are there's like, if you're in a different area, Carlisle area, if something doesn't exist there, but they see what you're doing, a younger person could say like, oh, I could do something similar and just talk to some Carlisle area businesses. Right?
Yeah.
And then before you know it, they can start something up small.
Sway's Pedal Treats is from another idea.
Okay.
It's from the ice cream bike lady, which is a lady that's based out of Baltimore, Maryland.
Okay.
And she started Ice Cream Bike University.
Oh, okay.
So it's not my original idea, but so the ice cream bike lady, someone who was offering a course, and I was like, I'm gonna buy that course.
Huh.
I bought the course that everyone.
Was it online?
This is online.
Okay.
But I followed her. I saw her page grow.
Yeah.
And I saw the work that she was putting in. I was like, holy shit. There's other people buying the course too. And other people like starting ice cream bike businesses in Virginia, North Carolina.
Huh.
So I bought the course. It was an expensive course, but that course made everything 20 times. I didn't really have to do much in terms of the blueprint. She gave you the blueprint from the templates, from where to get the bike, from how to prepare for festivals, and I mean everything. Any question that I thought I had was in that blueprint, which goes back to what you're saying. Eventually that's the idea too with all these companies that we're doing is, we want to be able to show other people how to do it and consult and do that kind of stuff. So yeah, the ice cream bike lady, she sells a course for how to start an ice cream bike business. She does Zoom calls with other ice cream bike owners.
Yeah. Like if you had questions, you could hop on and ask her.
She is
whatever.
Fully committed. And she makes it worth the course. Like you don't feel like you didn't get your money's worth.
That's awesome.
So shout out to Ice Cream Bike University.
Yeah. So it's not even a proprietary thing like that you're doing. It's just something that
she just wants to help.
Yeah.
She just wants to help other people who want to do businesses, and I love that. I want to do that. That's something I think that's just a nice way to just be part of this natural, giving back, and just giving someone else an opportunity and like, hey, I can show you how to start an LLC, or I can, take you to a bank and you can talk about what your idea is. And if I can give you a list of questions maybe that you can ask them, and they'll give you some good information. So I've learned a lot through all this, opening all these businesses, and I feel like I finally have the knowledge to be able to give back to someone else if they would be able to. Yeah, they want to start a business. Yeah,
and you have a good history too of just seeing, how on the other side of it, like how family just builds their own business and keeps it running as well. So it's a cool dynamic that you guys both have where.
And we're super excited about it, just to see what we're doing and what we have been doing.
Yeah.
So
what do you think is now obviously it's a fun business too, because it's not like, you're doing fun things with it. It's not like you're just like sitting in an office, just like I am over here, just typing away all day. Like you're out and you get to, if you're going to events, you get to see people enjoying what you're doing, and you get to be part of the event, and you get to add to that experience, not just with the food truck, but just if you're doing the bike thing at an event, or you're doing anything, you're collaborating and you're bringing cool treats or cool food out to anywhere. Like you are making that event better, whether it's a festival you do in the future or someone's wedding or whatever it is, corporate event, that has to be pretty rewarding. Just like taking their experience just up a little bit because you guys were part of it.
Yeah. I think that's probably like the main drive. It's just like, yo, we get to make this like cooler. Yeah. With like our stuff, And
what do you think? So other than just like the food or the image or the branding that you're putting forward, like both of you, I kind of want to hear what your thoughts are on it. Like your experience that you try to give to people when they're interacting with you. Cause like anyone can just buy something from a food truck, but you guys have also, or any kind of vendor, like anyone can buy something from them. And you've experienced it probably this way too, where some people, you just buy it from them and they're like, yeah, here you go. And they exchange it. Like, do you go above personality wise when you're at these events too, to just make sure that like people have a good experience with you? And you probably have seen that too, just with the restaurant industry. Like that can make or break
Yeah.
Not just the food or the way it looks or the presentation of it, but like how you're interacting with customers.
See, I think when you're selling something, you're always selling yourself. So they're buying a part of you, and if they remember the experience, they'll come back again.
Yeah.
So, it always goes like to paying attention, listening. That's what he said. Tells me a lot. You got to listen. You got to listen. So it's all about listening. And if you're listening, then you're hearing what they want. And this is that easy.
Yeah.
And if you're listening to them, and then you can respond better. So if you're listening to them, paying attention, he's wearing an Eagles jersey. Oh, you watched the game last night?
Yeah.
It can be simple as that. The shoes, just paying attention to your customers, not just selling, not just being there for your like selfish desire.
Right.
Wait, yeah.
You could sell me the same thing that you sell Joe.
Right.
But both of them were completely different experiences because you're trying to learn a little bit about how their appearance is or what they look like or what they told you or whatever. They look stressed or whatever it is.
Right.
Yeah.
And you could completely change the way you're selling two of the same exact product to two different people. It's a completely different.
My mom and my dad.
He can know Joe's name and not know your name. And like when he sees Joe, he's like, hey, Joe.
Yeah.
You come in, so all those little things like remembering someone's name.
Yeah.
Well, there's a saying, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. So it's how you say it's important.
Yeah.
That's very important.
Yeah, I think the customer service is, the best thing that we will always emphasize on. It's just like, really, we're here to guide you through this menu. Any questions you have, feel free to ask them, and if you don't like this, and just be honest with you, and we'll fix it. Or if we can't, we'll try to figure it out halfway. It's one of those things where I think if you just give someone an experience that makes them feel like you're coming into like your house, like that's the most important, like making you feel like you're coming into my house and you're not here just to buy a plate. You're here to have a chit chat with me. You know?
Welcome.
Well, welcome. Yeah. First time here, where are you coming from? All those little things that I feel like a lot of people in the restaurant industry now have kind of lost with just like
it's transactional.
Yeah, it's very transactional. Yeah. That's because it's everything's on the phone, everything's fast, and everyone wants to do DoorDash and Uber Eats, and no one wants to sit down and have a conversation anymore. So
and that's probably taken away not like you said, the state isn't working in person, and in Harrisburg or these big offices have completely changed their dynamics. But that's also a part of a change in the restaurant industry too. Like. Sure. You're just seeing in food industry in general, you're seeing new restaurants go in with smaller dining areas. And you're seeing just the shrink of a lot of the food industry because people want it. They just want it at their door now. They don't
order at the kiosk.
Like, I don't want to talk to you. Just leave it there. I'll come get it when you walk away. Like it's kind of sad. Like it's killing.
That's more of a culture issue than it is like anything else. I would believe that because that's just
it's
culture.
Digital age.
You have to go and you have to be cognizant of like. I need to go out of my way. It's kind of sad if you think about it. People need to think to put the phone down and actually go out of their way now to like have an interaction with someone. And a lot of people don't want to break out of that shell. They just want to hit a button and it just appears.
Well, they made it harder because now you have to take a picture for the menu. So you can't get off your phone anymore.
Right.
You have to go on your phone at that point. So like, So it's also like, it's a double-edged sword with this technology that we live in.
It's good and bad.
It's good and bad. It's good for businesses and it's bad for businesses. Josue always emphasizes if you don't keep up with the technology, it's bad for business.
Yeah, but we see it when we do digital marketing. It's like...
So that's, I guess, one of the advice for a lot of businesses would be just keep up with the technology.
Yeah, don't be a dinosaur.
Don't be a dinosaur, get new mics.
You got to keep up with it. If we need... these guys are constantly bugging me for equipment. I always have to tell them... Gotta wait. But then we gotta get it. I know it's a double-edged sword, like you said. But it makes business faster and more convenient in some aspects, but then it can remove some personal touch. So you guys really do have to go out of your way. It sounds like you are. Right. But you have to go out of your way to like add that into what you're doing.
Well, that's the cool thing about a food truck is it becomes easy to personalize because nobody expects fancy when they go to a food truck.
No, it's kind of like kind of like what you want though. When you
Yeah. So we'll be more us. We can be more us.
You know what a bodega is?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I was born in Newark, New Jersey. So like, I love bodegas. Like we're going to have a chopped cheese samosa.
Okay.
On the menu. Like, so like we're going to bring those bodega flavors as well.
Do you know what a samosa is, by the way? Or?
What's that?
Do you know what a samosa is?
No, you're going to explain
Oh,
it to me.
samosa it's pretty much like the
Empanada. It's like a
Asian empanada.
Okay.
but it's a triangle shape instead of
The triangle shape.
Okay.
Yeah.
Still made fried. Same thing as an empanada, but
Yeah.
it's triangle. Different flour too.
I'm
So
hungry now.
good. No, well, when we do our launch party and everything, I'll
We'll have to
definitely
come out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Definitely invite you
for
guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, we really plan on having like a strong presence in like
Okay.
the Harrisburg area and hopefully be like by the Capitol and Front Street when all that stuff comes out and
Yeah.
stuff. So-
Well, and you can be because you're mobile.
Yeah,
You can
exactly.
be wherever they need you to be or wherever the event is.
And then the ice cream bike Sway's pedal trees will be chilling right there.
Yep.
So yeah, we're
Awesome.
excited for all that.
Is there anything else new you guys wanted to share real quick? Or, I mean, we covered a ton. What's your expected date here? Do you have a plan?
We're gonna say like 30 to 40 days out.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
Yeah.
like New Year-ish.
Yes.
Yeah, like the menu, everything's done.
Okay.
It's just waiting for the trailer.
Got it.
Right.
So,
It's
and
being
it's all
built.
custom built.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So-
being built right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
Gotcha.
all like, we got 2 fryers, we got a standing freezer,
Yeah.
we got a 36 flat top, we got a 4-burner, we got
Nice.
a lot of stuff on it.
How long's this trailer? How big's the trailer?
20 feet.
All right. You got some space.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
not a cramped, like tiny.
No.
No. We made sure that when it was being built, it was going to be capable to provide for a wedding of 200. Or
Oh, wow.
we're at a festival.
Festival.
We have all that stuff, because it has steam tables, holding cabinets for your hot food. So like it's going to be able to
That's gonna be-
provide volume.
It's a hell of a kitchen in a trailer.
Yeah. Yes. Excited for that.
Nice.
So the scary part is that it's being built overseas.
Okay.
And we got a quote originally from a company that's out of Lancaster. And his family already knows people that have carts, halal carts
In Philly.
in Philadelphia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So through that connection, we were able to get one almost $25,000 less from
Even
over-
with import fees and everything.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you want to buy local stuff,
Yeah.
but it's tough when it's like,
you can't beat that.
Yeah, you
So, but it's a little nerve wracking knowing that
you
when
won't
it-
see it till it's
Right.
here.
there.
Well,
So-
it's easier because it's not investing money in a truck compared to a trailer is 2 different things.
Right.
Because a truck itself is an engine.
Yeah, right.
So our biggest fear is not like it won't break down. So that's why we think trailer is a better option for us because we'll just haul it anywhere we go.
Well, in worst case scenario,
Yeah.
if the truck you're hauling it with breaks down,
We can just call somebody.
get another truck.
Yeah,
You know
exactly.
someone with a truck or rent a truck. Like
Exactly.
that's a replaceable part.
Exactly.
The trailer is
Yeah.
a lot less. There's a lot. I shouldn't say that, but the engine won't break down.
Right.
In the trailer.
That's
You have
exactly.
generators and stuff.
Exactly.
But that's stuff that's you can exchange those and swap them out. Truck goes. The whole truck goes.
cooked. You're cooked.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's probably as much of a pain in the ass to tear a truck down and
Right.
build it into a new one as it is just to get a new truck.
Yeah, and he'll be doing all the driving though. Just gonna
All
be
right.
Yeah. So
he'll be
I'm excited.
pretty
Nice.
excited that part.
Honestly, we're super excited. And one of the things and me and him are like both excited about is I don't want to be like a typical parent where, sending, like I want my son to like follow wherever I go. And I want him to like journey my, like, how like,
Oh yeah, yeah.
like, what I mean? And I think like that's my biggest drive of like, showing him like how we doing this so that one day like he understand like,
yeah. Did you spend time in your dad's?
oh, my dad was making us work early, brother.
Yeah.
We go.
I used to, when I was younger, I
Yeah.
used to, in my early 20s, go to his gas
Yes, they
station
should-
after being out downtown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
No, we come from a
Yeah.
very strict like family background.
You worked, and then you went to school.
In high school, like, even in high school, my dad was like, we were helping my dad out in the business and everything because it's something that's, forged into us early.
Yeah.
And, our parents are very strict parents. They come from a strict line of parents
Yeah.
and they expect the same.
Yeah, but then it shows that it builds that sense of respect and a sense of accomplishment for doing things and getting yourself to where you're at today. Like that, those things don't come
Right.
easy. And
No.
some people, I think today more so, they just expect things to come easy to them, and they don't have that ingrained in them,
Right.
that work ethic. So
Well, any family that works together is a strong family.
Yeah.
It's hard to beat that.
they might be at each other's throats from time.
Yeah.
We had family businesses.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a little tense.
Yeah.
But they do, they do become strong families.
Absolutely.
Just a couple, few arguments, but you get over it quick.
Right.
Yeah, no.
And Josue is included in my family too. So, I'm not, like I said, he known my family for all my life.
Yeah.
So we've known each other, we've been excited for this project. Can't
That's awesome.
We talk about it every single day, in the morning and night.
Well, now you're almost at it.
He's like, when do you sleep?
When do you sleep? This guy doesn't sleep, man. He doesn't really sleep. Like
I sleep. I just get up early. That's it.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't sleep. Now you sleep.
I'll text him though in the morning. HFB.
HFV.
Just make sure you're always doing something towards the goal.
There you go.
There needs to be the checklist. You know.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
you don't follow the checklist, you're just gonna be very neutral.
Prioritize your day.
For sure.
Absolutely.
But hey, well, you guys can find people listening can find you on Instagram.
Yeah.
Sway's Pedal Treats. On
Yeah, and we
Instagram.
just also got just started the Hala Fusion Bites
Okay.
Instagram page as well.
We'll throw the links on there for that as well. And then you got the website. It's just Sway's
Pedaltreats.com.
pedaltreats.com.
Yeah.
You'll have a website for that, I'm sure, up as well.
Hala Fusion Bites. Yep. Yeah. We can already start doing caterings for the Hala Fusion Bites.
Cool.
I'll be launching the menu soon and stuff. And yeah, Sway's Pedal Treats is always ready to be rented.
Yeah.
All year round. So
Okay.
Urban Churn also is always willing to do custom flavors as well for like if you want a specific kind of flavor.
Oh, so if someone's gonna book you for a wedding or something, you could get in touch with Urban Churn.
Yeah.
Say like, hey, we want
margarita
XYZ.
flavored ice cream.
Okay.
With lime and salt flavored. Like,
And they'll do small batch stuff for events and whatever.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, and we'll also incorporate it in El Sol.
Gotcha.
We'll probably also incorporate it Hala Fusion Bites, so that way it's just always flowing through all the businesses and stuff.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Cool. That's a good fusion of businesses.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I like collaborating. I like, repping other brands and,
Well, it makes everything else stronger. It's kind of like what you said earlier. You're bringing together other businesses, but you're just bringing together flavors and other parts of the community and bring it all into one package.
For sure.
So awesome. Well, hey, I thank you guys for coming on.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. I know a little bit different on schedule, but we made it work. So
appreciate your patience.
Thank you.
awesome. And if you guys want to check out anything that they have going on, we'll put their socials and everything in the links for our show notes, so you guys can always stay updated with what these two guys are doing.